And for the Asian Le Mans Series first trip to Australia to the Ben Motorsport Park, it would be 3 15-minute qualifying sessions. GTs out first, and Jens Klingmann in the number 17 Aston Veloce Motorsports BMW would be in the mix. He'd finish the session third quickest. The car guy, defending champions, and the returning Com Ledegar to the team, they would be in contention too for pole position, but ultimately they make the front row, but not the top of the shop this time. That was because after a torrid time in Shanghai, the number 27 Hub Auto Ferrari in the hands of Ferrari factory driver Davide Rigon would put in the telling time and therefore the qualifying lap record around this Ben Motorsport Park. It would be a 2:56.109 for the 27 car, pole position for Hub Auto Corsa. It would be a bit of a disjointed LMP3 session. Quick red flag and Colin Noble there keeping cool as they got the cars underway. David Drew would be in contention for pole position in the Graf Racing number 9. Norma would have to be frustrated at the end, feeling he was balked by another car. So it meant Alessandro Bressan, dominant at Shanghai, would come through to second position, but to do nothing about Colin Noble, the young Scot in the number 2 Nielsen Racing car, his first ever pole position in LMP3. Normally, the gentleman driver takes on those duties in Europe. Here, it was the Scot that took the glory. It would be a 2:50.802 for Noble and the number 2 Nielsen Racing car. Then it was time for the big guys, LMP2 and LMP2 AM. The mixed field again of the older and the newer generation. The first time that an Australian audience has got to see these cars live, and much did they enjoy it. Early session, and another red flag, and then when looking like on his way to pole position, the first time of asking, Ben Barnicoat running wide in the Thunderhead Carling car. LMP2 AM, when they got back running, would go to the RLR Tour events, Orica 05 and Arjun Mani. Nick Cassidy came close but couldn't quite grab the pole position for the number 1 car, the Eurasia Racing New Zealand. That's because the pole position eventually went Thunderhead Carling. Dallara would go to pole position.
Yes, the man of the moment right here. We'll see him at the front of the grid tomorrow. Ben Barnicoat, how did you do that and how was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of an eventful session on my first run. Made a mistake in turn 25. During that session, the track temp was much higher than practice. I think that's what caught me out, really, just a little bit less grip. But you know, it's qualifying. We're all going out there to be fastest. And then, in some ways, the red flag saved me a little bit because I didn't cause it. Someone else caused it, but that stopped some of the other drivers from improving. Then we went again on the second set of tyres. Car was good, like I said, a bit tricky with the higher track temp, but managed to get the lap done. I actually felt the first lap before the red flag was a little bit better, but at the end of the day, we got pole, so very, very happy with that. Big thank you to Thunderhead Carling, great car.
Congratulations, you did great and we can't wait to see you tomorrow. So that was Ben Barnicoat in the Dallara for you for Thunderhead Carling Racing.